Hamas's leader Yahya Sinwar has been killed by Israeli forces in Gaza. So who will lead Hamas now, and what could this mean for the war? Sinwar was in charge of Hamas in Gaza. He was seen as the architect of the October 7th attacks in Israel, which made him Israel's most wanted man. In July, Sinwar also became Hamas's main political leader after Ismail Haniyeh was assassinated in Iran.
Sinwar was this kind of beacon at the top that kept the movement going. And so there is certainly a chance that his death will serve as a kind of crisis within the remaining force that Hamas has on the ground.
Who might replace him? Well, there are lots of names floating around. And keep in mind that Hamas has had separate military and political leaders, some based inside Gaza and some based in other countries. On the military side, one candidate might be Yahya Sinwar's brother, Mohammed. It's thought he's still in Gaza. There's also Senior Commander Mohammed Deif. The Israelis say they killed him a few months ago, but Hamas never confirmed it. On the political side, people are talking about Khalid Mashal. He was Hamas's main political leader until 2017. And then there's Khalil al-Hayya. He's the deputy of Hamas's political bureau and has been involved in ceasefire negotiations. He is the one who confirmed Sinwar's death, saying it will fuel Hamas's determination.
It will turn us more defiant and more adamant.
After each and every assassination of Hamas leaders and Palestinian leaders in general, not much changed. If anything, we've had new generations of even more hardcore leaders.
Contrast that with the way Israel's government is presenting Sinwar's death as a big victory towards their stated goal of eliminating Hamas. Some Israelis have been celebrating Sinwar's killing. Now, stepping back a second, how does all of this affect the chances of reaching a ceasefire in Gaza? Well, some have suggested it creates a new chance for diplomacy. That's the US's position.
We want to seize the opportunity created by the death of Sinwar, and that means an opportunity to end the war.
But the message from Israel seems clear. When Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced Sinwar's death, he said straight up, the war is not over. By the way, Israeli attacks have actually stepped up in northern Gaza. Israeli forces have trapped the entire civilian population there, about 400,000 people, and blocked food and water supplies. The UN says its food stocks there will run out in 10 days. As for Hamas, well, they appear to be sticking to their demands and say the Israeli and foreign captives won't be released until the war stops and Palestinian prisoners are released.
So a lot of questions still remain, especially about the fate of Gaza, the fate of the captives, and how can mediators bring the situation under control. Really, it looks a bit bleak at the moment.